Have you ever considered that the items in your home are not merely silent objects? That a simple chipped cup, a forgotten wallet, or even an unused gift might be creating resistance in the flow of your life. This resistance doesn't just affect your material well-being, it can also ripple through the harmony within your family, cloud your emotional clarity, and subtly invite a persistent feeling of being stuck. Today, I invite you to see your home through a different lens. Not as a collection of possessions, but as a living extension of yourself, with currents of energy moving through it at all times. Every single thing you own, no matter how small, holds a certain vibration, and it's highly probable that some objects you live with are holding your own forward momentum in a state of stillness, without your conscious awareness. Many of us hold on to these things for reasons that feel valid. They carry memories, we keep them out of habit, or we simply believe they cause no harm. Yet, ancient wisdom teaches us that such things can become anchors to the past. They quietly occupy your space, disrupt the gentle flow of peace, and weigh upon your spirit in unseen ways. In our time together, we will explore 7 specific kinds of objects that may be beneficial to release. You will come to understand the subtle influence they hold, and, more importantly, discover a mindful way to let them go. This simple process of clearing can become a profound practice of renewal. Before we start, you might acknowledge your intention with a simple comment below. I am open to renewal. The moment you state this, you begin to align yourself with a new current of energy. And if you wish to continue exploring practical wisdom that supports a life of greater clarity and purpose, consider subscribing to join this community on its journey. You might ask, how can a few simple objects truly shape the course of my life? Let me offer this perspective. Everything in our universe, including the quiet items in the corners of your home, emanates a unique resonance. It is a subtle frequency that both you and your environment are continuously absorbing. When an object is cared for and holds a purpose in your life, it radiates a supportive, vital energy. But when something is broken, neglected, or tied to a past you've outgrown, it behaves like a blockage in the river of energy that sustains your home. It doesn't just stop the flow, it silently spreads a quality of inertia through your space, which can manifest as fatigue, a lack of focus, or a feeling of being disconnected from opportunity. This is what a wise person might call an accumulation of stagnant energy, a heaviness that settles in the places we often overlook: the back of a closet, a drawer filled with clutter, the space under a bed. And here is a profound insight: the more you ignore it, the more influential the stillness becomes. Think about how you feel after you thoroughly clear out and clean a room. The space itself feels more expansive, your own mind feels clearer, and your breath naturally deepens. This is the sensation of released, flowing energy. If you feel ready to open a pathway for a fresh current to enter your life, it is time to look with gentle honesty. 7 seemingly ordinary items that are quietly consuming your vital energy. And today is a good day to attend to them. Number 1. Objects that are broken or incomplete. A mirror with a crack, a vase with a chip, a picture frame with a fractured corner. These may appear trivial, but in the language of energy, they symbolize a break in the seamless flow within your environment. Each imperfection is a point of energetic leakage, disturbing the quiet harmony of your space. You might think, I can fix it. It's still useful. But consider this: once an object's wholeness is compromised, its essential energetic signature is altered. No matter how skillful the repair, the energy no longer moves as it was meant to. It is like trying to revive a fallen leaf. By taping it back onto a branch, it will not draw life from the tree again. What is truly significant is the subtle feeling these objects impart. Have you ever glanced at a cracked mirror and felt a momentary sense of disharmony? That is not mere superstition. Your being naturally perceives the distortion, and it registers as a subtle form of unease. When you live with these broken items daily, this subtle feeling compounds, creating an unseen layer of stagnant energy that can quietly diminish your own vitality. The invitation here is not to chase an impossible standard of perfection. Instead, here is a guiding principle. If something is no longer whole, and its spirit cannot be restored along with its function, it may be time to release it. The most graceful way to do this is to offer gratitude before you part with it. A simple acknowledgement. Thank you for your purpose in my life. Honors its journey with you and allows you to release the old energy with gentleness. This is a meaningful practice that helps you let go with a sense of peace. Number 2, a wallet that is torn or worn. From a certain perspective, a wallet is more than just a holder for your currency. It can be seen as a small sanctuary for your personal resources, a space where your energy of abundance is gathered. When your wallet becomes frayed, torn, or depleted in form, it's not merely its physical structure that is compromised. It sends a quiet, internal signal that this sanctuary is not well maintained. When this message is received day after day, your own energy of abundance can begin to feel scattered. Resources may arrive, but they also seem to depart just as quickly, often without a clear reason. You can observe this feeling if you pay close attention. Compare the sensation of opening a clean, well-organized, and whole wallet with opening one that is old, bent, and cluttered. The new one often inspires a subtle sense of calm, a feeling that your finances are being honored. The old one might evoke a flicker of unease or even frustration. That emotion, no matter how brief, can influence how you relate to the energy of abundance each day. The path forward is simple, yet powerful. Find a new wallet. When you choose one, select something that feels solid and whole to you. You can even choose a color that resonates with your sense of inner harmony. For instance, green might speak of growth, red of vitality, brown of stability, silver of clarity, and black of depth. Avoid colors that feel dull or tired to you. Before moving your money and cards, you can transform this action into a small, mindful ritual. Clean the new wallet. You might place a meaningful coin inside or a small written intention like, "Abundance flows to and through me." Seeing this each day becomes a gentle reminder of the prosperity you are cultivating. Most importantly, keep your wallet orderly. Carry only what is truly necessary. An organized vessel will always invite a more harmonious flow than one that is cluttered. Number 3, clothes you no longer connect with. Every piece of clothing you own is connected to a version of yourself from a different time, a previous chapter of your work, a past relationship, or even a moment when your self-image was different. Here is a curious thing to consider. Clothing doesn't just hold fabric. It holds the emotional resonance of those past experiences. So when you hold onto a large collection of clothes that no longer feel like you are, in a way, keeping a closet full of old energy that can make it difficult to embrace the present moment fully. Open your wardrobe and simply observe. You will find pieces that bring you a sense of lightness because you still love them and feel like yourself when you wear them. But there will be others that bring a sense of hesitation. Perhaps one day I will wear this again, or it feels too wasteful to let it go. The truth is that one day rarely arrives. This hesitation transforms your closet into a space of stagnation, where fresh energy finds no room to enter. Ancient wisdom often sees unworn clothes as old skins. They once fit, they once served a purpose, they once reflected who you were, but they may no longer represent the person you are becoming. Holding on to them is like trying to walk a new path while carrying the weight of the old one. It can be heavy, even if you are not conscious of it. If this resonates with you, you may feel called to explore this path further. Many on this journey of self-awareness find a sense of community by connecting with others who are also seeking clarity. Subscribing and sharing your own insights in the comments can become a part of your practice, creating a space for collective growth. The solution to a heavy closet is simple and remarkably liberating. Begin sorting. Hold each piece and ask yourself one gentle question. Does this garment bring me a feeling of joy and authenticity now? If the answer is no, offer it your thanks for being a part of your journey, and then allow it to go. This gratitude is not a magic spell. It is a way of honoring your own past so you can move forward without a sense of loss. You can donate the better pieces, allowing them to serve someone new. If they are too worn, you can dispose of them with care. After you have cleared the space, open your windows. Let the sunlight and fresh air flow in. The moment you close your closet again, you may notice something profound. The space feels larger, lighter, and you may find yourself breathing more deeply. That is the feeling of new energy finding its way in. Number 4, shoes that are dirty or worn beyond use. Shoes are often overlooked in our awareness of our surroundings, but they carry a significance that is greater than you might imagine. They are the vessels of your path, carrying you toward your work, your joys, and through your challenges. Every step you take leaves an energetic imprint on them, and according to timeless principles, they also carry the energy of every place you have been back into your home. Imagine this: you come inside from a crowded, noisy street and leave your soiled shoes right by the entrance. What is occurring on a subtle level? All of that external energy, unsettled, heavy, and sometimes discordant, comes to rest at your threshold, the very space that should be a gateway for serene energy to enter your home. It is like allowing a turbulent wind to blow into a quiet room. You are permitting outside energies into your personal space without first allowing them to settle. A pair of shoes that is worn out sends another subtle message. This part of the journey is complete. Shoes with separating soles or broken straps are not just physically unsupportive. They can symbolize a path that no longer sustains you. To hold on to them is like waiting for a ship that has already sailed. It keeps you from embarking on a new voyage. Interestingly, many people keep old shoes out of a sense of obligation. They might say they are still functional, or I only use them for yard work. But consider this: if the very things that support your daily steps are falling apart, how can the road ahead feel smooth and steady? A deep-seated principle is the alignment of our physical world with our energetic state. A clean, whole pair of shoes will support you more effortlessly, in both a literal and a symbolic sense. The practice is not to endlessly acquire new shoes, but to care for them with intention. Cleanse them after use. Store them in an orderly, open space. This not only keeps the energy clear, but also serves as a reminder to honor your own path. And when a pair has truly served its purpose, when it is beyond repair, thank it for the miles it has walked with you. Then, replace it with a pair that is worthy of the path you are on now. Number 5, belongings of those who have passed on. This is perhaps the most delicate area, as most of us have kept an object belonging to a loved one who is no longer with us. A sweater, a watch, or even an old book. These are more than just items. They are tangible links to our memories. We hold on to them because we fear that letting go of the object is the same as letting go of the person. However, there is another way to view this. Our memories reside within our hearts, not within physical things. When a person has departed from this life, their journey continues in another form. To keep too many of their earthly belongings in your living space can create an anchor to the past, holding you in a state of stillness when your own life's journey needs to move forward. It is a common experience for families to feel a sense of weight or stillness when entering a room that has remained untouched after a loved one has passed. This is not a matter of superstition. It is simply that the energy within that space has ceased its natural flow. This stagnation creates a subtle heaviness that can make it difficult for those who remain to embrace new life and new beginnings. I am not suggesting you must discard every single memento. The key is mindful selection and energetic transformation. It is perfectly healthy to keep one or two deeply meaningful items that bring you a genuine sense of warmth and love, like a cherished photograph or a piece of jewelry. But if an entire closet remains filled with their clothing, or a corner of your home is still occupied by things they no longer need, it may be time for a courageous and loving act to clear the space, releasing the energy for both their journey and your own. The most respectful way to do this is to approach it as a ritual of love. As you fold an item one last time, You can offer a quiet acknowledgement. Thank you for your presence in our lives. I now release you to continue your journey. This message is for your own heart as much as anything else. It helps release both their energy and your own emotional attachments with peace. You can then donate the items to others who can give them new life. Or if that feels inappropriate, dispose of them in a way that feels clean and honorable to you. Afterward, open the windows. Let the light and air into the room. You will feel the energetic shift almost immediately. Number 6. Decorative objects with unsettling symbolism. Not all things that are considered beautiful are beneficial for the energy of a home. From a place of deep awareness, it's not just about an object's appearance. It's about the story it tells, the energy it emanates, and the subtle feelings it awakens in you each time you see it. A dynamic painting of a historical battle, a sculpture that is intentionally fragmented, or an object shaped like a blade. All of these can quietly infuse your environment with feelings of conflict, instability, or subtle aggression. Notice your own response when you enter a room adorned with peaceful art, perhaps a landscape of rolling hills, a calm body of water, or blossoming flowers. Even without any knowledge of energy principles, your body naturally tends to relax. Your breathing may slow down. Now, compare that to entering a space decorated with images of predatory animals or scenes of chaos. Your body might subtly tense. Your heart rate might quicken slightly. That is your natural, intuitive response to symbolic energy. A wise way to see this is that objects symbolizing conflict can amplify the energetic signature of struggle in a space. They don't attract misfortune in some magical way, but they do send continuous signals of stress to your deeper mind, which can in turn influence your mood, your actions, and your relationships. I once entered a home where a statue of a fierce warrior stood in the living room, facing the front door. The owner explained, "It gives me a feeling of strength." But when I gently inquired about his life, he shared, "Everything feels like a battle." This is not a coincidence. Your outer space often mirrors your inner experience. The adjustment is not difficult. Simply change the symbols. Choose objects that carry an energy of peace and upliftment, images of lotuses, healthy green plants, depictions of flowing water, or gentle abundance like fields of grain or birds in flight. If you desire a sense of strength, choose protective symbols over aggressive ones. For instance, a majestic, calm dragon instead of one that is breathing fire. And remember, if any decorative piece is chipped, cracked, or incomplete, it is best to let it go. Clearing away unsettling symbols does more than make your home visually calmer. It brings a natural balance to the energies within the space. It allows you to return home and feel a sense of tranquility instead of being on guard. And when your mind is at ease, you naturally open up to receive all the good that life has to offer. Number 7, food that is expired or long forgotten. Your kitchen is the energetic heart of your home. It provides nourishment for your body, and in many traditions, it is also seen as the source of your prosperity. But what happens when this heart becomes filled with expired items that have been left behind? A bottle of sauce that was opened long ago, a container lost in the back of the refrigerator, or dried goods that are past their time. Each of these becomes a small vessel of stale energy, spreading a subtle sense of decay into this vital space. In the language of nature, food represents abundance and the life-giving flow of nourishment. When expired items occupy your shelves and refrigerator, they not only obscure the fresh, vital options, but they also symbolize stagnation. The old is not being released, so the new has no space to enter. You may not be conscious of it, but that slight feeling of resistance when you open the fridge and see a chaotic mix of things, too old to eat but feel wasteful to discard. This affects your own energy every single day. Someone once asked me, "What real harm can a few old things in my fridge cause if I don't eat them?" And I often reply with a question. If your heart holds on to things that no longer serve it, how can it fully open to what is new? Your kitchen operates on a similar principle. The more spoiled items you store, the heavier its energy becomes. And this energy can then be reflected in your financial well-being, your physical health, and even your family's overall mood. The real path forward is not complex. Set aside a regular time to tend to your refrigerator and pantry. Approach it as a practice of purification. When you discard an item that has expired, don't just toss it with a feeling of regret. Offer it a moment of thanks. Thank you for the nourishment you once offered. I now allow myself to welcome what is fresh. This small shift in mindset from guilt to gratitude helps to release the stagnant energy. Afterward, cleanse the space with salt water or lemon water, a simple yet profound way to reset the energy of your kitchen. It is remarkable how many people have shared that they felt an unexpected sense of lightness after this simple practice. With a clean kitchen and an organized refrigerator, your own mood can lift. You might even find yourself drawn to healthier food and a greater enjoyment of your meals. And this seemingly small change often opens the door to much larger, positive transformations in your life. You see, the simple recognition and decision to let go of these items is already a powerful step. But for this process to be truly complete and transformative, we shouldn't just dispose of things. We can turn it into a mindful practice of releasing energy, because every shift in our outer world leaves an imprint. And as you clear a corner of your home, you are also clearing a corner of your own mind. First, before you touch anything, just pause for a moment. Take a full breath. Look at the object and remember the purpose it once served. A shirt from an important day, a pair of shoes that carried you through a difficult time, or a simple spice that was part of a shared meal. When you acknowledge its past contribution, it becomes easier to release it without an emotional burden. Offer your gratitude. A simple thank you carries immense power. You can say it aloud or silently. Thank you for being part of my journey. I now give myself permission to move forward. You are not just thanking the item, but the experience it represents. This allows you to release with peace and step into what is next. Next, cleanse the physical space. Once the object is gone, invite fresh energy to enter. Wipe down the area with salt water or a little lemon water. These are simple, potent purifiers in many traditions. You could even use gentle herbs like lavender or sage to bring a sense of calm. Open the windows. Allow natural light and a gentle breeze to enter. This is the quickest way to clear any lingering stillness. Create space for something new. That feeling of emptiness after you clear a space. That is where the potential lies. Do not feel the need to fill it right away. Simply let it breathe. Within a few days, your home may feel lighter, brighter, and more serene. You can add gentle music and light. Play quiet music that you find soothing, the sounds of a flute, a piano, or nature itself. This helps keep your mind in a state of calm and turns the act of cleaning into a healing practice. As the sunlight touches your space, it also touches your spirit, allowing you to reset, ready for a fresh start. Most importantly, do not see this as a one-time task. You can make it a gentle habit with the turning of each season, before a holiday, or any time your space begins to feel heavy. This process of clearing is more than a chore. It is a quiet dialogue with yourself. Where am I right now? And what am I ready to welcome next? When you learn to let go in this way, these ancient principles become less about rigid rules and more about meaningful connection, where even the smallest actions can guide your life in truly profound ways. You see, clearing your space is not really about getting rid of old things. It is about opening a channel for a completely new current of energy to flow into your life. Start small. Begin with a single drawer, one shelf, or even just the wallet you carry every day. You will feel the change from the very first act. Lighter, brighter, and a deeper sense of inner peace. I invite you to try it today. Choose just one item you know it is time to release. Thank it. Cleanse the space it occupied. Open a window and take one full, deep breath. In that moment, you may realize it is not just your home that feels renewed. It is you. I would be honored to hear about your experience after you try this. You can leave a comment with a gentle intention for yourself, such as, I am ready to welcome new energy. The moment you write those words, you have already taken a meaningful step on your path of transformation. And if this time we have shared has been helpful, I invite you to subscribe and turn on notifications to continue this journey. There is so much more timeless wisdom to explore, simple yet deeply impactful practices waiting to be discovered. I look forward to seeing you again as we continue to open new doorways, both in your living space and within your own heart.